He may talk about being sorry. Like I heard Tiger Woods say he was sorry, but I don't know if he necessarily was. I heard Bill Clinton say that he was sorry, but I'm not sure that he necessarily was. You know, after Rwanda happened in 1994, 4 years later, Clinton went to Rwanda and gave a thinly veiled apology to the Rwandan people on what the United States should have done. If he was really that concerned with it, more action would have been taken. Or I'll reframe that. It would not have been done in the first place. Because I think for the most part, unless someone is truly mentally ill, that their behaviors represent what their true feelings are, how they really feel about this.
So you could say because he didn't save Gertrude from drinking the cup that he doesn't care about her.
It's all about him. I think at every turn, when you look at Claudius, and you need to evaluate this, because you know the play better than I do, you ask yourself the question, is it about Claudius when he makes a decision, or is it about someone else? Now, I'll tell you this. On a real base level, it is always about us. That I have a general sense of human beings that when left, no, not when left, but when action is taken, it is always designed to benefit the person who's making that decision. I don't think that any of you are here today in any other reason other than the fact that it's going to help you grade. You could give a rat's ass as to how I feel about Claudius and Ophelia. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Now, why am I doing this? How does this benefit me?
You're a good person.
Well, I'm off the clock right now, to be honest with you. What's that?
Because you look smart.
Well, maybe because I can get on film and I'm not going to look like, a genie or a woman in makeup, as I am on most film when I'm in the film festival. I like Mr. Allen. I also know that in the future, I will ask Mr. Allen for something and he will do it for me. And it allows me to talk about some things and to be the center of attention, which I really like. And that's the reason why I teach. So for all of us, right? You do things because they benefit you. You would not do anything unless you gained something from it. You would not do anything unless you gained something from the experience. A grade, money, an attaboy, an attagirl, anything like that. Go ahead.
What about if you kill yourself for someone else or something like that? Then you gain nothing. You're dead. What do you like?
Well, Freud would say you have the ultimate follow through in the death wish. That's the ultimate follow through in the death wish. It's
Really?
the ultimate.
Or if you went.
But I don't believe that Ophelia killed herself.
I know.
Because of the things that you had said to me, and I also don't think that. Tell me about at the river.
It's
In a brook.
She couldn't
Drown
drown
in
in
a
a
brook.
brook,
She
right?
couldn't.
Right.
They're really shallow. There's
Right.
no way they could go over her head. The clothes
Right.
were-
As long as it covers your.
If she was unconscious and in there, like,
What was she wearing?
Really
yeah,
heavy clothes.
really
Really
thing.
Now, you might say that this allows her to be sort of taken down, but given the other evidence that you have presented to me, I would say that she is a victim. That she is a victim, rather than herself taking her own life. Go ahead.
What about people who get tortured, like John McCain or something, where
Right.
he got tortured in Vietnam or something, whatever. But who was to gain for that? If you subject yourself to torture for a cause that has nothing to do with you.
Well, John McCain, as an aside, John McCain had the choice to stay or to leave.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
Yeah, and
That
he
when
chose-
John McCain's plane was shot down and he was captured by the North Vietnamese and brought to the Hanoi Hilton, the Vietnamese military leadership realized that John McCain's father was a rear admiral in the Navy, and they offered for him to leave. And McCain had been trained enough and knew that he needed to stay with his men, that that was A, the right thing to do, and B, by abandoning his men, it would have looked bad for him. That's why he stayed. That's why he stayed. Did he benefit from it? No, he didn't benefit from the torture. But the fact that he had a choice as to what he did, there was a reinforcement, which was, it's the right thing for me to do. Now, none of you can give me a situation where a human makes a decision to do something and it doesn't benefit themselves. Because
Jesus.
ultimately, what's that?
Jesus.
No, but he walked on water, so that's a, don't, if your example is Jesus, then I have a couple of responses to that, but those may not be things that you want to hear. And if you have to go to Jesus for your example, then I think I've won. Okay? I think that my argument has worked. Go ahead.
So even good acts are considered to be like
Selfish.
Selfish because
Yes.
you want to be a good
Yes.
person.
Yes.
So selfish acts are extra selfish.
Well, no, they're just another form of self-preservation. Just another form of self-preservation. Okay. What else?
Why would Ophelia be acting crazy per se though? Like, is she? Because she's trying to sort of show with the flowers that Claudius like did that to her, but why is she necessarily acting crazy to do it?
I would say that this was her way of revealing something that she could not say outwardly.
Before, she never really spoke for herself, so.
Well, this was the way that she could speak for herself. Not by words, but by symbols. Okay? So, and it became, this is where the Freud part comes in a little bit more. It became safe for her to speak in terms of flowers, symbolic flowers, than it did to say, this is actually what happened to me. Okay? What else?
Could that be connected with Hamlet's madness? How he, when he is acting mad, he's the cleverest of all, like, along his conversations.
I wonder if the mad is a clinical madness, or if it's a devious madness. Give me that quote again. The one you just said to me about he is most what?
No, that's just.
Oh, no, he's just clever.
His cleverness comes when he's most mad, right? Well, I don't think that's a clinical, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a clinical insanity. Because if he is best when mad, then he is sane. So his thinking is one of sanity. Okay. If a person is crazy, then they cannot behave in a way that is rational. It is irrational to be crazy. What else? Cool. Did that help?